Randy Moss will retire from football. Is he the greatest receiver ever? There's the horn. That means it's time for the American Sports Show. Now, here's the man with the plan, the rude dude, the Sultan of Sports himself. Here's your host, Mr. Ted LaRue. Hey, what's going on, guys? Another edition of the American Sports Show coming at you today. Randy Moss will retire after 13 seasons in the NFL. He is 34 years old, and Randy is one of those guys. This video is about me recapping what I think of Randy Moss, and then you guys can also comment below, like the video and all that stuff as usual. But Randy Moss is one of those guys. Obviously started his career setting records right away with the Minnesota Vikings. Such an athletic freak. I mean, so fast, came into the league, and he was an instant deep threat. And he was, I think, the premier deep threat in the NFL all throughout his career playing in the NFL. And obviously, he did great with the Vikings when Randall Cunningham and Dante Culpepper were quarterbacks. He made his quarterback so much better. But in Minnesota, he had the phrase, "I play when I want to play." And that was the start of the demise of Randy Moss. But you could also argue that the demise of Randy Moss started before that, when he was recruited to play football at the University of Notre Dame. Legal trouble and all that stuff prohibited that, and he eventually started playing for the Marshall Thundering Herd in college, and he finished up with them. But Randy Moss eventually went from Minnesota. A lot of people thought after a couple of years in Oakland, he thought his career was over. And that was, when he went to Oakland, that was supposed to be the prime of his career, and his career really took a dive when he wore the silver and black. But when he went to New England, his career was resurrected, set the record for most receiving touchdowns in a single season. And Randy Moss and his career was resurrected. But towards last year, he said he felt unappreciated in New England. And last year was a tumultuous season for Randy Moss. He was eventually traded back to the Minnesota Vikings, and from Minnesota, he was traded to Tennessee. 3 teams in one season, and with the Titans, he rarely saw the field. And Randy Moss, what is his legacy? His legacy is, plain and simple, a great talent, lots of potential. He will be a Hall of Famer, but he could have been a lot better. In my opinion, he could have been the greatest receiver ever if he would have had the work ethic of Jerry Rice, or the work ethic of like a Tim Tebow. A great work ethic and a great attitude, but that's not something that came along with Randy Moss. What do you guys think? I think he's a top 5 talent in terms of receivers of all time. You know, I'd have to make a separate video and research about ranking him, but I'd put him in the top 5 just off the top of my head right now. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe. Like this video if you think Randy Moss was at his best when he was with the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for watching once again, and we will see you in the next video.